Hey, good morning everyone. We're doing some work here in the garden, just getting things cleaned up. We're actually having a little bit of stuff come up in the ground now, and Diane's over there running the track. Okay, I'm standing at the very end of the garden, and you can kind of see a peek here. It's been a day or two since I shot the intro, and the rain finally quit today, so I'm going to take this quick video of what's going on in the garden. You can see here all the herbs that Diane planted. So our goal is to go ahead and obviously grow those, and then dry them out and sell them as Yellow Dog Farm herbs. So pretty darn cool. And then we've also replanted some other younger herbs in tubs out in the back porch, so we'll get that going. And then here you can see these hog panels that we put in arches, and they were in our starting the garden video. And the idea is that viney things are going to grow up on the hog panels and cover and shade the stuff that's down below. And if you look closely here, you can see that we've got radish starting to grow in this first arch. To be honest, I don't know everything that Diane's planted during the week while I was working in each of the arches, but we should start seeing everything pop up here real soon. The temperatures have really sprung up, and the lows now are in the 50s and 60s, and it's going to hit 80 degrees here in the next couple of days, so that's really cool. Now I do know, because I asked Special, that Diane planted hops on this arch, so I'm really excited about that. So hopefully we can get those hops grown and translate that into some home brewed beer here in a little bit. Now if we walk over to this area, we planted this. Diane didn't till this up with the tractor. We'll weed it by hand once we can see everything that's growing. But if you look close, if you look down the twine lines there, you can start to see corn growing. So I'm going to come close up here so you can see it. There's the corn that's starting to grow. We think we'll get about 200 ears of corn this summer. We'll see how it all really comes about. And then if you come down here, the back row is sunflower seeds, and they're starting to sprout. So if you take a peek there, you can see the sunflower seeds starting to come. And then this row is bush beans. So we haven't really seen them to start to pop out too much. Here's one or two that's coming along, so we're really excited about that. And then in the far corner, you can see all the trees that we've got planted, and they were in our first starting the garden video. Real nice blooms on this lime tree. And then if you look at this one, you can see we're starting to get fruit. So I think this one's a lemon tree, not a lime tree. So they're all starting to pop up. And this lemon tree that we've had with us for years now is really happy and starting to have lots of shoots come up. So that'll be pretty slick. And probably my next garden prep item will be getting a net over these blueberry bushes so that we actually get a chance to have some blueberry pancakes and not just feed all the birds around here. So we'll see how that plays out. This garden is just a monster compared to anything we've had before. So that's looking back over there towards the house, and the garden and the chicken coops, and you can see just how big it is. So I know many people that live on a farm wouldn't be very impressed with the size of it, but it's a huge undertaking for us. So right now it's mainly sitting empty while we figure it all out. On the other side of the herbs up here, we're going to start planting some additional herbs that we can grow and see how that goes once they come out of the tubs. And then in those arches that you see in front of you there, we also have some of the starter plants that we put in, the tomatoes, the Brussels sprouts, and some other items that are still coming up on the back porch. So once those are really well established, which will probably be in the next week, we'll go ahead and transplant them here in the garden. You can see we've got a ton of space. So our goal this year is to just try this out, see how it goes, and understand what's going on. The tractor's a real lifesaver, and we gave away our small rototiller, but we'll probably go ahead and get another one so that we can cultivate between the rows here, because I just can't see being picking weeds all day long, and it'll be a big enough garden to keep track of that. So that's what we've got going so far. It's really starting to come alive, and we're just super excited to see what starts happening.